Hi everyone, let's begin. Tuning into the information that's available for our session today. My neck popped there. Holding on to something here. Tuning 100%, translation 100%. Wonderful. Head is looking down in this direction. That is relevant. Is the direction relevant? So the position is relevant. Something about the position is relevant. We're talking about flexion. We're talking about side bending. Something going on with the muscular pattern. Something going on with the bone. Something going on with the bone. Okay, so let's talk about what bone to begin with, yes? Okay, so let's go cervical spine, so that's in the neck. We're talking about C1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. C7, 7th cervical vertebrae here, so at the base of the neck. More pulsations on the front of the right of my neck than on the left. I feel my pulse very strongly on the right of my neck. And it's like I'm holding on to something here. Rifle comes in through the left ear. Left ear is relevant. Left ear is just how we're receiving the signal. I'm holding on to a rifle here. Rifle, C7. C7 typically to do with the thyroid emotional pattern that's showing up as the rifle that we're holding. A tilting line represented by the rifle that we're holding. Tilting lines representative of emotional patterns. This emotion to do with the thyroid usually to do with specific fears. Fear of violence. I'm looking down. Looking down is relevant. I can't meet something's eyes right now, but I'm at war with something. Fear of violence. Fear of violence, exactly? No, fear of violence being a subconscious reference that's pointing us towards something. Fear of how someone else or something else outside of myself may respond. Yeah. I'm at war with something. I'm looking down. I can't meet the eyes of the thing that I'm trying to move against or move into right now. Because I have a fear of the outcome. I have a fear of the response. Response tests positive, outcome tests negative, implying that it's about a person, implying that it's about head is moving out of the position. There's some cracks at the base of my neck. Situation. I'm afraid of the response of others to do with what might happen if I step into taking action with this thing. I feel like I'm at war with something. I'm no longer holding that rifle, although that tilting line is still there. It just doesn't have that same inner visionary representation anymore. I am afraid of how other people might react if I step into something that I have been struggling against for some time. With some time, interesting. With some time is relevant, with some time. With some time, I could make it better. With some time, I could make this better to the point where it wouldn't be hurtful for anyone. Everyone would be okay with this if I just had a little bit more time to make it okay. A lot of flushing in the cheeks when I say that. Also, significant emotional reaction in the vocal cords. Is this true? Yeah. It's a cop-out. If I just had more time, surely I could make everything perfect. You're thinking too much, buddy. You're thinking too much, friend. That's part of this emotional pattern that's got us stuck. I feel a sensation at the base of my skull. DU16 is an acupuncture point, one of the 13 ghost points in acupuncture. having to do with specific emotional imbalances, the emotion of being stuck. I'm having trouble moving forward, and I'm having trouble moving forward, and I'm making excuses about it. Everything would be fine if I just had a little bit more time to make everything perfect. Then I could step into this thing. But that's not the problem. The problem is the energetic imbalance. There's something going on with DU16. There's something going on that's preventing me from stepping into this concept. Stepping into makes me think this has to do with action. So action being to do with one of the 5 spirits of traditional Chinese medicine. We talked about this in an earlier video as well. We're working with the concept of zhi, again, Z-H-I, my willpower. This isn't about what you want to do, how much you take action towards something, how much you try. It's not about trying, it's about the concept of traditional Chinese medicine. Do you have too much of something, or do you have too little of something? Is the cup full, or is the cup empty? Right now our zhi cup is empty in this area of life. I don't even have the capacity to connect with the concept of starting this thing. I don't even have the energy inside of me to begin to think about taking the next step, which is why instead my neurology is trying to make excuses. My neurology is trying to say, well, maybe if I just had more time to make this thing perfect, then everything would work out, and then I would have the natural moment to step in where it feels like I can naturally step in. But the natural moment is something that happens as a result of the capacity that you have within you. And right now the capacity is low. That's the pattern of information that we're working with here. Okay, so let's look a little bit more deeply in that. There's an opening sensation, as though not my anything, nothing anatomically, but it feels like inside of my body at this angle, something goes like, and I feel woozy. That hand motion was relevant, like this. Tunnel? Something about a tunnel? Swallowing is relevant. Swallowing is relevant because of an organ. Swallowing is relevant because I feel nervous about something. Tunnel. Underground, I feel nervous, I feel stuck, I feel like everything is collapsing in, and I feel that as an actual physical pressure. It feels like things are crushing me right now from all different angles. More popping at the base of my neck. Increased textural sensation shows up as a pinching sensation at my AC joint here, where your clavicle, your collarbone, meets your scapula. Your scapula wraps around your shoulder blade, wraps around, and a part of it connects here to make part of your shoulder joint, called your AC joint, acromioclavicular joint. Been a while since I thought about that word. AC joint is relevant. AC joint is relevant usually to do with gait. So in this case, AC joint relevant structurally. My shoulder is likely not moving as much on the left side when I walk, having to do with this emotional pattern. Left side is relevant. Left side is relevant to do with feminine energy. Feminine energy not to do with gender. Feminine energy having to do with my capacity to receive things as a natural result of who I am, right? Masculine energy shows up on the right side. Feminine energy shows up on the left side. Feminine energy about my capacity to magnetize opportunities towards me that allow me to meet my needs. Masculine energy about my natural, effortless capacity to step into those opportunities and results happen that allow me to, again, have my needs be fulfilled, right? These two things interplay together. Je typically having more to do with the concept of masculine energy. So this is a dual piece here. We're working with something in masculine energy, but there's also, when we trace further back, there is an issue within this same pattern to do with feminine energy. So there is an issue within the effect, but there's also an issue within the cause. I'm not receiving the cause in order to go into the effect, while also having my cup too empty to even notice that I could step into the effect. But there's still an issue with the magnetizing of the opportunity towards us initially. For some reason I'm doing this, which makes me think about sparking something, like sparking a fire, Let's talk about sparks having to do with feminine energy, sparks having to do with receiving. So I'm lacking the spark of something, lacking the spark of inspiration here. So the spark of inspiration is what I need as my opportunity to step into. So is there more that we need to know? Okay, so if I knew what it might look like to initiate a spark within my feminine energy to do with this overall pattern, what might that look like in this moment? More swallowing, but it feels like it's getting stuck and then looping into that AC joint. So that swallowing sensation felt like it didn't go down, it felt like it went over, like a C here. And now my body is doing this and it doesn't want to stop doing this. And in my mind's eye I'm seeing smoke, like this is a wheel, a stone wheel that's grinding on top of a piece of dry wood. Small flame and that shoulder pops. It's like my whole body above my shoulders from here up is on fire. And it's uncomfortable, and it's uncomfortable again at DU 16, governing vessel 16, that spot at the base of my neck. It's having trouble distributing throughout the body. So let's just open up a trap door here. That's what comes naturally, like, ooh. And that fire spreads throughout my body and it feels kind of nauseating, but it's like fire running through my veins, all throughout my physical body. Okay. Feel pretty lightheaded after that, but also very open. That's good. Wonderful. Are these trapped emotions affecting our thyroid still present within our energy? Is this deficiency and lack of feminine energy still present? The spark of opportunity, is this still lacking within our energy? Wonderful. Is this deficiency of je, of our masculine energy, of the ability to step into our life, step into this opportunity that is in front of us at this moment in time, has this been resolved? We have all of the energy that we need to do everything that we need to do at this moment in time. I hope that that was beneficial for you, and I'll see you next time. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.